Hi, my name is Shinda Shirat and my register number is UA15CS356. So today I've created a database for a furniture company which has tables such as customer, order details, order line, product and suppliers. So let's see how to create a table. Now in your SQL command line, you give the query create table and the name of the table. Here I've given the table name as customer, and along with the required attributes which you want. So here I've given customer ID. Here number depicts the data type of the particular attribute. So here since the customer ID is a number, I've given it as a number, and customer name is a character, that is the combination of characters, and hence it uses a data type varchar, and the number 30 depicts the size of the alphabets utilized. And the same goes for the customer address, city. Every single attribute has to have a data type, and here I've got the number, and the rest has the varchar, and the postal code has the once again a data type number. And once enter is given, if all of the attributes are entered correctly and if all the queries are right, then you get the messages the table has been created. Now if you want to display whatever that you've created, if you want to display the table that you've created, you give the command, you give the query as describe, which is in short given as disc customer, and as you can see the table created is being displayed. Now similarly I've created 3 other tables, that is order details and order line, and I've displayed them respectively, along with another table I created as product with the variable attributes, various attributes that are required, and they're also displayed using the describe command. Now in order to assign a primary key to a particular table, now a primary key is a unique key which is used to identify, is a unique identification for a particular table. So you can choose any attribute from the particular table and assign it as a primary key, so that you can identify the particular table using the primary key itself. Now how to create a primary key? Now all you have to do is to use the query as alter, and alter has 3 different commands, that is add, modify and drop. And since we are assigning, that is we are adding a primary key, we use the keyword add. So you give alter table and table name, which is nothing but customer, because I'm creating a primary key for the attribute in the table customer. Then add key along with constraint and AB. Now this constraint AB is a unique identification value, and no other value can be assigned apart from the primary key for the customer itself. So this AB is unique for every single table. And for the customer and primary key customer ID, so this customer ID would become the primary key of the table customer. And if you and once enter is given, the table is altered respectively. Now how to create a foreign key? Now a foreign key is used for the concatenation of 2 tables. Now the foreign key might be the primary key to the other table, but it will always be a normal key to but it will be a foreign key to the master table. The master table is the one which has a primary key, and the other table which is supposed to be joined with the other table is has a foreign key, but it is assigned as a primary key to the other table, and the foreign key as the master table. So you give the command alter table and the table name order details, and you give add constraint CD. Each of the foreign key also has a different constraint, a unique constraint, and here I have given it as CD, and customer ID. Since as you can see from both the tables, customer as well as the table order details have the same attribute, that is the customer ID, and I'm making customer ID as a foreign key in the order details table, and it is referenced to the master table, that is customer, which I've made it as a primary key earlier and given it as customer ID. So once enter is given, the table is altered. Now next is to rename a particular column. So that can be done by giving the command alter table product rename. Product is a table in which I have the attribute in order to rename it. Rename column product finish to product material, that is product finish is the attribute is the name already given, and I wanted to change it to product material. and once enter is given, the table is altered. So once I've described it. So as you can see, the product finish has been altered to product material. Next, in order to add a new attribute to the table, that can be done by the query alter table order line. Order line is a table name in which the particular attribute is residing, and add price number. So once enter is given, the attribute price is added to the table order line. Now next is to make a particular the next query is to give a check value. Now the check is used to is a condition which is provided to the particular attribute. So here my condition is that in the order line table, the attribute order quantity should be greater than 5. So that can be given by the query alter table name, which is order line, modify ordered quantity number, that is the attribute in which the change you need to happen, you want to happen. Ordered quantity and number is the data type. Not null, check not null is required so that the value does not the value does not change to 0. Check ordered quantity greater than 5. So this makes sure that every single value that is provided in the ordered quantity, that is once a value is inserted, the value is greater than 5 and never less than it. So once enter is given, the table is altered. And the next one is to change the name of the table. Okay, so the name of the table can be done by using the rename command, that is it alter table name, that is order line, and I wanted to rename it as order quantity. So order line rename to order quantity, which changes the name of the table. So here since previously my table name is order line, and now it is completely changed to order quantity. And similarly, you can add various attributes. I created a table called supplier, and here after creating it, I've altered it and added a new attribute, that is a supplier address supplier address along with the data type. And as you can see, along with every single attribute that I've previously assigned, the new attribute, that is the supplier address, is also inserted into it. Now, in order to display every single table that you've created so far, you give the command select table name from user tables. Now, this provides with every single table name that has been created thus far, and these are all default table names. And these are all the default table names, but here you can see the tables which you have created currently. I created customer, order details, product, order quantity, and supplier. So these were created by me, whereas the rest were created by default. Now, in order to create a primary key in every table that you created, you go for alter table, order details, add constraint, and the unique identification value, primary key, and whichever attribute you want to make it as the primary key. So this goes for every single table, as we have seen already in the previous commands. Next, in order to change the data type. Now previously the data type I had was a number for the rating attribute in the suppliers table, but I want to change it as a decimal. So how can that be done? You can use the query alter table and the table name, that is a supplier which holds the rating attribute, and you give modify and the attribute name, that is rating, to decimal, that is whichever data type that you require. And once you give enter, the table will be altered automatically. Now, how to make a particular Yeah, how to make it a not null, how to make a particular attribute not null. That can be done by the query alter table customer, that is the table name customer, and modify. You can give the attribute which you want to make it as not null, that is customer name not null. So once it's entered and once it's described, as you can see the customer name, you can see it is not null. So you cannot give us the empty value. You need to give something, some value must be inserted so as to not make it as a null value. Yes, okay. To assign a unique constraint, how to assign a unique constraint name to a particular attribute, that can be done by the query alter table product, that is a table name, add constraint lm, that is lm is a unique identification that I want to assign to the particular attribute product material, and you use the keyword as unique and the attribute required is product material. And once it's entered and once the description is done, as you can see, it has, I mean, you cannot see it blatantly, but you will know that there's a unique identification name for the particular attribute of the table. And alter, yeah, if you want to drop a particular column, or that can be arranged by using the command alter table, the table name which holds the column that is required to be dropped, and you use the keyword drop column, and supplier address is the column that I require to be dropped. So once enter is given, as you can see, I mean, when I describe it, the attribute supplier address is completely vanished. So these are some of the queries that are basic and are used for the creation and also for altering and for dropping a particular database. So that's all for this video. Thank you.